JD from MAAW. I'm here with
this guy Cook,
and we are here to discuss the freshman class of 2017 by Double XL. There was a lot of controversy behind that, and so we're going to make our own list. We're going to add our own little flavor to it. If you guys like to spend time with us, I'm going to edit that out. But anyway.
would like to say also before we get started, rest in peace to Prodigy.
Yes, yes.
You know, one of the realest to ever do it. Mobb Deep takes us back. We couldn't start this list off with hip hop without talking and paying tribute to a legend. So rest in peace.
What was your favorite Mobb Deep record?
Man, Survival of the Fittest.
Survival of the Fittest. Okay.
What about you?
I like Shook One's probably like the most famous. And Hell on Earth is probably my favorite. My top two. And starting off, there's a lot of controversy behind that cover. A lot of fans felt that people should have made it that didn't make it. We went back to the reference of that. A lot of them did try out for the actual freestyle, and it didn't make the cut. Some turned it down, and there's other reasons why some people didn't make the cover. Domestic violence for some, and the list goes on. Anyway.
On a lighter note.
We start with our first one. I picked for my first one was JID. JID is from Atlanta. He started off with his first origin story with this group called Blitz Village, which consisted of Earthgang, him, and a guy named Boz. When he first came out with his new album, The Never Story, which is in my top 20 albums of the year. If you mix Kendrick Lamar with Anderson .Paak, you get him, in my opinion. He had a lot of energy. I went to his live show. He had like a small venue, but he turned up like he had 100 people there, or 1,000 people there actually, wasn't hundreds. And it was a great show, and I became a bigger fan when I heard his freestyle on the High 97. Yeah, the High 97 freestyle. That was another reason to push me to make him the first nominee and winner of my 2017 freshman class.
Dope. Alright, me, I have someone who's, a little more universal. I have Black, pronounced Black. Six Black, pronounced Black. Man, he made my list because honestly, if you even look at the last year, Quiet as Kept, he had one of the most consistent projects that was put out from start to finish in the end of last year. First title, debut album, Black, pronounced Black.
Yes.
And he had some lead records off of there. Of course, we were all familiar with the X Callin' top single out there. But for me, man, it was some of his records that he had, like, aside from Problems, a couple other tunes in there as well. So, I mean, if you haven't heard his project, it's one of the most complete sounds you could get from last year. So, he's on my freshman class.
Is he from Toronto?
Actually, I believe he's from Georgia too.
Okay.
He's from the ATL.
Was he representing Toronto at some point? It seemed like everybody had the same sound. He was riding the wave to me. I'm not mad. I like the album, but I felt like he was riding that wave. A lot of like the Canadian artists were kind of doing the same type of thing, and he's one of those people you put into like that alternative R&B, in my opinion. Yeah. So, you kind of mix the hip hop with R&B music, you get that like newer sound.
I mean, like that Tory Lanez.
Yeah. Who's also from, I'm just saying.
I mean, yeah, all that is said, but I definitely think that the one thing about him though, lyrically, he had a message in each of his tracks. Like his wordplay was just as great as the vibe or energy that was kind of this new wave of R&B that we're getting, a hybrid of R&B and rap. Okay. So, He's my first choice in my draft for 2017 freshman class.
Cool. I got for my second choice. Without we mentioned that JID is my first. I have to mention Earthgang, which is where he started, and that was actually by two other guys. They're also from Atlanta. The guys are included Johnny Venus and Dr. Dot, and that's how it's spelled. It's spelled a little weird, but we'll go with it. They had a couple of good projects out. Straight with Ray B's is probably my favorite out of their projects. The records, I would say, Punchinella, and it's just great. It sound like an old school Atlanta Outkast Dungeon Family collaboration. Just went on and say they went into like a youth tub and came back out. That's what Earthgang sound like. You also have another record I like called Liquor Store, which is had great visuals for it. You can check that out. It's about like this kid, like actually robbed a liquor store, but as a kid, but he fast forward, it's him as an adult, and he kind of just get all mixed up, and you trying to like figure out what's going on until the very last 3 minutes. Like, oh, there you go, got it. Great storytelling. Anyway, that's why they're my second choice for 2017.
Okay, all right. That's a song. That's a solid draft pick. It seemed like you got a lot of the the up and coming cats. Like you dug deep for the freshman class.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be a little shallow with my next choice. I got Miss Ooh, Young M.A. had the biggest record of the year.
Stealing somebody else.
Yeah. I was about to say, like, we got the cannon sounds, like the guns firing. Don DeMarco.
Take a shot. Yeah.
I mean, look, as quiet as kept, though, when you talk about freshman class, you talk about people who have been proven and who, as well, looks like they have a high ceiling for themselves. Like, these aren't people who capped out or anything like that. Of course, after the record, Ooh, she could have fell off. She could have fell off completely.
I think she did. I mean,
what you're comparing to is falling off from a #1 record. She didn't. I think if you're measuring that standpoint, there hasn't been many artists to ever follow up a mega hit with a mega hit.
But remember that Wait a Minute video when they had Remind It featuring Young. So you sit there watching it, you're like, all right, Young M.A. about to go in. She stands in the video.
But that's the thing. That goes to show the breakout of her year, where she is now a cameo as a prime time cameo next to Remy Ma, who recently got out and had another.
She should have stick on the record.
What if she wasn't the feature? Like if that.
Is that feature? Is it feature?
No, she was just feature like that. Let's wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let's figure this out. Wait a minute.
I was like
featuring Remy Ma. Let's see. Yeah, it's just fresh on me.
Okay.
Now, granted, let's look at the icon.
She is on the icon.
That's how big of a deal her last year was. So naturally, she should be a freshman now. I know also that, of course, the issue was I think she turned it down. Was she one of the?
Yeah, she did turn it down.
Okay, so
like she turned down that show in New Orleans though. Took that money and ran with it.
First and foremost, it cannot be proven. Alright, let me let you know right now. I know nothing. I wasn't a part of it.
That dude was hot.
It didn't happen.
He was like, oh, she walked off. She walked off with the money.
Hey man, once again, that ain't my trial, ain't my case. I ain't pleading in that one. Now I will also say though, she has had a run. With her recent project that just dropped, of course, it wasn't as impactful as Ooh. It had a couple records on it, but even so, she was just on the Monica record.
Everybody on the Monica record.
But that she was just on the Summer Jam stage. She was on the festival stage and got brought back out for the main stage. So I mean, like you said, we talking freshmen. A female rapper that can actually spit. There's an honorable mention I have here, but as far as this go, man, I think you got to give it to Young M.A.
Okay.
That's #2 for me.
Okay. For my #3, I decided to go with a trap artist by the name of Maxo Kream, coming out of Texas. I really do like this dude a lot. He kind of takes the old school Texas sound with the screw and chop and screw type of sound, and he kind of mixed it with his own style to make it a newer sound. And I really like his Persona record. And he's just kind of like, sometimes he's talking and doing a melodic twist with it, and it just like have you sing along with him. He has a lot of features with Joey Badass. He had on a 98. He's just a great artist. It felt like he got overlooked. He got snubbed. He also tried out for the XXL, and he didn't make it. Unfortunately, everybody was in an uproar about it, and so I'm about to for myself because I really do like this cat. Maxo Kream, if you like watching this, I want to interview, please. Anyway, that's one of you.
All right. Me, I'm going to take it a little more north. I want to go to the Chi-Town.
Okay.
Joey Purp.
See, I agree with that. We both in agreement on Joey Purp. I put you on though.
I will confess, I was put on by this man JD here. He did put me on to this guy. But Joey Purp, I Drops Project.
Yes, I'm one of the best.
I Drops Project has to be one of the hardest ones out. And I think he just re-released it back on iTunes.
Yeah, that's not out before. I didn't hear it before that.
Look, all I know is the intro. The intro sounds like it was Jay-Z in 2002.
Yes.
Like
along with the Photoshop joint.
Yeah.
The photo booth. Yeah, that photo booth record was just like the same thing.
This sounded like this was from the outtakes of the Black Album.
Right.
He came off on this record. I mean, as far as his history, you know, he's in that upcoming Chicago scene. They've been producing a lot of rappers.
Yes. Yeah, I have a whole article coming out about that. Stay on the lookout for that.
And like you said, with that in itself, it would be a disservice to the freshman class to not have someone from Chi-Town because, I mean, they've been giving us the heat lately.
I say he got 2 records that should be looked at, you know, for radio waves. That's Girls That featuring Chance the Rapper. Man, that's just like, you know, one person listened to that and throw it on the radio for that being a hit. And of course, I say Photo Booth again because it's such a great record for people that don't even like never heard this man. On first listen, like that Jay-Z, that an old Jay-Z thing. Oh, okay. I mean, I really do like this dude. Yeah. He's with the same winning crew we helped found it. Was with Chance the Rapper. Yeah. You know, Vic Mensa, who was just on Everyday Struggle, was about to give these academics that work. And yeah, that's my boy, man. Shout out to Vic for that.
Yeah, that's funny.
I mean, he's just a great artist, man. I mean, I couldn't disagree with you on this one. I really do agree with you.
See, a mutual decision. That's what this picks be like. That's a good 6th round steal.
We have 3, 4, right? Yeah, 4. For my 4th one, I'm gonna go with Radio Blitz because that's my boy. I personally do know this man. But he's also a great MC, come out of Richmond, Virginia. He has paid his dues for years in the game. He's been a battle rapper. Shout out to Southpaw Coalition. They've been doing a lot of battles. His last one back in January, Baptism on Fire, he ripped up the stage as far as a battle rapper. But as far as his MCing goes, he just dropped the Sunday's Best EP, which is amazing. Pretty soon he got a new project coming out called Jesus Never Wore a Suit. Yeah, I'm gonna promote this man. I'm sorry, that's my boy.
It's your boy.
Like, my best definition of Radio Blitz has to be when passion meets art. You know, that's what you get when you listen to this man. You know, I'm a huge fan of his. He has kind of a Jay-Z sound. He hates that people say that, but dude, you study this man, and it's actually an honor to mimic someone like that. I'm not saying you mimic, but he has that sound, but you got your own. Yeah, you got your own flow. You know what I'm saying? Like he paints this picture, and it's not like in this short story. It's like a big visual of what's going on. So by the end of the record, you're like, oh, so you go back to that first bar. I get what he was saying, you know what I'm saying? That's why he definitely deserves to be in my freshman class. And we're going to get to yours.
All right. It's quiet as kept. This freshman had the best coming out party as far as support. My man T Glizzley.
It's a cute LeBron video.
LeBron James. First and foremost, not only does the king of LeBron James reveal being bald to your record, Sean.
No, okay.
Mr. Jay-Z himself.
Yes.
S. Carter.
Yes.
Hovey. What else do we need? Cosign gave him the stamp for having the hardest record out.
Wait, he also said Playboy Cardi.
No,
he didn't say that.
No, I don't care.
He didn't say that. He had to look back like, wait a minute.
No, wait. Look, let me say this. If Hov mentioned you in his acceptance speech, which is online for all you.
He's not drunk. You say he wasn't drunk.
And he wasn't drunk.
Not drunk.
And he gave it's your point.
It's your point.
And he gave you Shine and a list of him inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame. Your record is moving.
Okay.
I mean, I don't even know what else. Like I said, we're talking high ceiling, so the ceiling is absolutely high for this guy. You know, he may get like a commercial deal now because of this LeBron Ball thing.
How do you feel about his complete project?
I mean,
okay.
I'll be honest. It sounds like someone who was locked down,
right,
and essentially had a lot going on in his mind and was kind of had it all balled up. And when he got out, literally first day out,
right.
And you know,
we say he had one of the best first day out records though. Outside of Gucci, because Gucci's king.
But he wasn't. He also was Gucci. He's been Gucci.
Love Gucci.
So, you know, I mean, I like you're talking about someone who like this is the equivalent to a boxer training for a match for years, like disappearing and coming back, and then his first fight he's knocking somebody out because in that time they could be wasted, he can be in jail just rotting, or he can be actually working on his craft, and it sounded like he worked on his craft, right. And that type of dedication there shows me now he's out. We're going to get way more records. And we're going to get, and it's going to grow. The content's going to grow. Right. Jay-Z is going to take him under his wing. He's going to say, look, let's polish you up. Because you know what? He's going to have that feel like Beanie had the Jay.
Oh, yeah. I mean, overall, his project, for me, it didn't really do much for me. But I do like the hype around him. I'm one of those people like, you get a lot of hype. I might just start drinking the tea myself. Like, oh, everybody like it, yeah. I'm sorry, I'm a victim. Yeah, I do jump on waves, yo. So, I mean, I wasn't, when I first heard him, it was like, all right, he's cool. But, when I started, the LeBron video came out, I was like, oh, okay. And then, like, I saw his first day out visuals. I was like, oh, I'm with it. Yeah. So, I wasn't convinced at first, but I see, okay, I would put him on. I would put him on.
Look, let's look at this, though. The record itself was what? 4 minutes long?
Right. And
it was just a beat build-up.
Yeah.
Like, for him to go in that long, that sounds like, somebody who's going to make moves up. That's my choice. Hey, to Glizzley, if you're seeing this, I voted you. You're on my freshman class. If you want to come and spit a freestyle for us here at Music is a Weapon, please do. We'll be glad to hear it. So if you got more bars, come see us.
All right. Nice plug. For my, I don't know number, I just want to keep going with my list. Next on my list, I got my boy Saba. Another guy from Chicago. Yeah, I'm loving Chicago artists right now. He's from the west side of Chicago. He just dropped the good project last year called the Bucket List Project, which was amazing. He had like so many cameos on his interludes, made it like more involved into the project. You had, of course, Chance on there. You got his brother. He had, let's see who was on that thing, man. No Name was on there. He had like pretty much the whole Chicago, forerunners on his project. He's a great live artist. I loved one of my favorite shows I went to this year. Let's see about this dude. Man, some of his freestyle he had on Sweat in the Morning. He killed that.
Yeah.
I felt like I feel like he gets pretty slept on. Another guy that's like overlooked by Double XL. But we're here to tell you, go get that Saba project if you don't have it. Listen to that freestyle Sway. He's my nominee who also made it on my freshman class, and he's gonna go to the next one. Is
alright. I gotta take it north again. Okay. This time I'm staying east because from the Garden State, and we rock with New York heavy. I gotta go with Don Q.
Okay.
Don Q. And the funny thing is, his counterpart, Ace Boogie, is actually on the freshman class this year. I think Q, though, just as a purist of hip-hop, man, he is the one that everyone advocates. I mean, he had records with Fab, of course, Davies. He's been stamped by, those before him to get, like, Jada Kiss and all them stamping him. If you need a good Don Q reference, Hot 97 freestyle. He is going in. He's right after Ace Boogie with the hoodie. And all I remember is, he was talking about Lames can't catch it. I'm in that ghost, that James St. Patrick. Shout out to Power coming out too. And
he's just this year.
Hey man,
it's gonna be great.
It's gonna be another season.
Yeah.
So what I would say is Don Q has that gritty feel to me. He just reminds me of the essence of rapping, where it was the one dude in the school everybody said you had to go battle, and he was the dude at the top of the hill. That's who he reminds me of, and he's just that rap bully right now. So, my freshman class, shout out to Ace as well, but I gotta give Don this little nod for this round.
Yeah, I feel Don was definitely slept on. A lot of people said that too. That is the end of our main list for our freshman class. Now we got honorable mentions. Yes, the honorable mentions.
The controversy.
Man, I don't even
give you two.
I picked two. For mine. I picked Boogie, not a Boogie with a hoodie, but Boogie from California. He got this two great projects out. The Thirst 48 and Thirst 48 Part 2, which is like kind of a concept of like pretty much what it is, like people being thirsty, and he just called him out. He's a very monotone rapper, but he's very honest. I really love the way he just kind of put himself on the record. You know, so being a single dad, you know, living like working a part-time job and rap at the same time. He just put his whole self out there, and he's funny, you know. And he's like got some lyrics on him. I love the visuals he did. You know, Nigga Needs is a great reference if you want to find something to listen to. That's my first one. My second one had to go to Nick Grant. Because Nick Grant's been doing a lot of work that people are overlooking right now. He's been on a lot of TV shows. He's did a lot of background stuff. He's just an amazing MC. I feel like Double XL pretty much dropped the ball on that. But we're here to pick that up and say, yo, Nick Grant, just like the entire project, his debut project, which is Return of the Cool. There you go. Yo, Return of the Cool, that was the project. It was a great project, solid. May make my top 20. And I suggest you guys go check him out if you listen to new music. Want to listen to new music and want a reference. Nick Grant is definitely one to look out for. And we're going to my man's last two. What you got?
Last two. All right, number one. My last two, I'm sticking in New York, so we might as well get comfortable up here. HG Lots. Upcoming artist, he's more under the radar than most, but you can see him around. He was at shows with Casanova. He just did something on Summer Jam. Yeah. They got a couple good records. He has a record out right now that's kind of pushing and building. And quite as kept, I know his team and I know how they move, so I can expect big things from him personally. I think he's going to make some major waves. And now, the finale. We saved the best for last, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all know her as Queen Cardi. Cardi B. I don't know how she's not on the list. I don't know why not. First and foremost, if you don't have a good reference for a Cardi B record, listen to Lick featuring Offset. That record by itself will put Cardi B in this list. On top of that, let's just take a look back, alright? Because this isn't going to be a long process. I want us all to enjoy this music. But Cardi B, who came to us on Love and Hip Hop, in my opinion, the most successful artist after Love and Hip Hop, the only one who can actually make hip hop out of Love and Hip Hop, who was the stripper. So let's just soak that in. Number two, she writes her own material. It is documented. It is proven. Granted, she may talk about sucking a nigga off or whatever it is. It's her life. She raps about her life.
She wants to suck dick. Let her talk. Hey, nothing wrong with sucking dick.
This one's gonna get out. And so, with that, she is the most real person that you can take from her music, and you literally watch her come from the stripper stage to the Summer Jam stage. Like that in itself, yo. You got Cardi. I salute your grind. I respect your grind and your music and the works that you're doing. Keep at it. I know she knows. Like I said, Cardi B, you are in my top 10. You get love here if nowhere else. I think she can arguably be a part of this top 10 group. I can sub out maybe one or two given the day of the week. So, Cardi B, honorable mention, freshman class.
Alright, that's our freshman class, ladies and gentlemen. Feel free to comment below, love, hate, whatever you want to say. And we're done.
And if it's hate, don't spell my name right.
Nah, make sure you put his whole name in there. I'm gonna put it right here.
This guy. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you all. Hope you like the list. Like he said, it's our views, and we actually listen to music.
Nigga wanna hit, looking like a quarter lick. Run up on me, you get hit.
Run up.
And know my bitches with the